Rise and shine, Apocalypse Scouts! Today we are talking about the sustainability of your zombie apocalypse bunker. So you've got enough water, food, and supplies in place to ride out the first wave of a radioactive chemical zombie virus outbreak. But do you have a plan to stay alive long enough to use those supplies? Welcome back. It is I, Crazy Conspiracy Dude, your pre-apocalyptic source for post-apocalyptic information, using digital media to prepare for the collapse or ascendance of digital technologies. This is the art of the apocalypse.
You're listening to Radio Free Apocalypse.
In addition to a few weeks' worth of water and ready-to-eat non-perishable foods, and a good supply of wipes, disinfectants, and toilet paper, be sure to have a basic first aid kit. Your first aid kit should contain, at the very least, painkillers, alcohol wipes or rubbing alcohol, Band-Aids, gauze pads and bandages, tape, hydrocolloid Band-Aids, or triple antibiotic ointment and burn gel, along with scissors, gloves, and masks. Additionally, be sure to have a few months' supply of anything specific to your own personal needs, like prescription medications, allergy pills, EpiPens, contact lenses and solution, personal hygiene products or vitamins. Multivitamins are a pretty good idea considering that most of what you're going to eat will come from a can. And vitamin C tastes good and is good for you. Vitamin C you later. The important thing here is that you think beyond the present moment. Don't wait until you run out of these things to buy more. In the long run, it will cost you literally nothing to keep an extra few months' supply on hand. And the benefits are potentially priceless. On that note, speaking as your Apocalypse financial advisor, I'd recommend you invest in duct tape. In an apocalypse, duct tape will be worth more than gold. Tape is one of those things that you can't make yourself. You either have it or you don't. And the same goes for batteries. So be sure to have some spare batteries and a couple of flashlights. I'd also recommend that you invest a few dollars in one of these. This is a solar-powered and hand-cranked radio. This will allow you to follow news and emergency broadcasts if the internet is down. This model is also a flashlight and has a USB charging device. Remember, text messages are the most reliable way to communicate in a crisis. And a solar-powered charger is the most reliable way to keep your phone working when the power goes out. Make sure that the locks on your doors and windows work properly. And if they don't, fix that now. And if the situation outside becomes intense, you might need to black out your windows so as not to draw too much attention to your presence. Due to the tragic escalation of gun violence in the United States and the restrictions on gun ownership in Europe, I do not advocate for the possession of firearms. Nevertheless, a medium-range non-lethal deterrent like a slingshot is not a bad idea. As Crazy Conspiracy Dude Sr. used to say, zombies are going to be zombies, but you got to keep the decent folks decent. And you can use those empty cans that are piling up for target practice. Watch this. Any questions? Finally, let's talk about poop. Speaking quite frankly, when the poop hits the fan, poop might actually be one of your bigger problems. At the first indication of a potential disruption to the water supply, fill up the bathtub with cold water. You can also drain the large supply of water in your hot water tank. All of this water is safe to drink. But rather than use this precious drinkable water to fill up the toilet tank every time you need to flush, your better strategy might be to poop in a hole in the backyard and cover it with dirt. If you don't have a private backyard, or if your backyard has been overrun with zombies, poop into a compostable plastic bag and toss it in a garbage can outside. If it isn't safe to go outside, just toss it out the back window and let God sort it out. Oh, And here's another little tip for you. Did you know if you add a package of potpourri to the toilet bowl or to a bucket and pee into that, it'll smell just like Grandma's house used to smell. And that's all for today, Apocalypse Scouts. To earn your Bunker Sustainability Virtual Merit Badge, make your Zompoc bunker sustainable and tell me about it in the comments below. Now please like and subscribe and repeat the Apocalypse Scouts oath. Hope for the best, prepare for the apocalypse. Until next time, happy trails, and remember, ignorance of the apocalypse is not an excuse.